What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Maps Exposed, the series where I cover all of the jumps, spots, and lines of sight that I know of on every map in Advanced Warfare. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the final map for Advanced Warfare, and that is Overload. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so Overload, the one big unique thing about Overload are these things right here. You shoot them and all the lightning bolts come out. We're going to talk about those, like all the details on those at the end of this video. First, I'm going to be showing you all of the lines of sight and things that I found on this map. So the first thing I found is actually right over here in this area. These hedges here don't block bullets at all, obviously. They shouldn't, but, you know, video games can be a little bit weird sometimes. So a couple little lines of sight you can use, like you can kind of peek through here if you expect someone to come around this way. Or even better from this side, if you have people that are head glitching right there, I would crouch and challenge them this way rather than coming around the corner with no cover. Keep in mind, you're not like completely invisible behind those hedges. If they're paying attention, they will see your head kind of poke around that corner there. So don't expect that you're completely invisible, but at the same time, it's much better than just coming around this corner to challenge them. Another great use for those hedges is kind of this hole that they put right here, which allows you to also get a bit of a line of sight towards that little head glitch over there, and you can pick them off through that way. Again, you are going to be visible. It's just a lot better than standing out in the open like this. Now, right over here, there's going to be a lot of spots like this that I'm just going to quickly point out as I go around the map, but if you jump up on the glass railing right here, you can kind of use this as cover to look towards the A flag, and it's not really a bad choice for looking towards the A flag, but honestly, it wouldn't really do you very well to sit here all game. It's just a very situational sort of spot. Now, getting over to where the B flag is, if the enemy has control of the helipad there, they have the height advantage, and it's really hard to challenge them if you just try to challenge them normally by using this piece of cover here or trying to look up the stairs like this. The best way I've found to challenge them is to come up these stairs and just slowly inch your way up and kind of head glitch between here, and you'll be able to see that. If you stand up, you can back off a little bit here, and you can see a pretty good portion of that helipad and pick them off, and in this case, you usually have better cover than they do. It's much better than trying to push up to these speakers here where you don't have quite as much cover. Now, right up by these speakers here, this is a great opening rush route for a lot of different game modes. A lot of times you'll come up over here, and right about here is where you clash into your enemies that'll be coming through that area there. Now, right here, you still do have a cover advantage on them, so you should be able to kill them there, but if they dash across, then it'll be a little bit more difficult. What I like to do is actually jump right up on top of this here and get behind the speaker. When you're crouched, you're completely invisible to them. When you stand up, you have great cover and you can easily pick them off through there. You get a much better line of sight over a larger area of that gap there. And if they jump on the helipad, you can easily get some good cover to challenge them while they're on top of there. Now, the other side of that, if you want to defend the A flag or you just expect them to be coming around that corner by the A flag, you can jump up this way. Oh, just like that. There we go. And then just kind of inch your way over. You get great cover here, and then you can pick people off across the map there. Or you can shoot the purple thing if you want to. I'm just going to call these purple things. That's what I always have called them. You can shoot that if you want to defend the A flag. Now, a couple really similar spots. If you back off a little bit over here, you get an even better piece of cover that looks over towards the A flag area. But you're really close to this purple thing, so all they have to do is shoot that and you're dead. So an alternative to that is to come all the way back here and then just jump up on this flipped over couch here. This, I think you're out of the range of the purple thing. Maybe I'll just test that real quick, but there's the line of sight you get. You get great cover. If they come up to the stairs and try to head glitch the stairs, you get a great piece of cover on them. All you have to do is crouch to get away from them. And let's just quickly test to see if you're out of range of this purple thing. Yes, you are. Okay. You're just out of range, though. Holy crap. Very, very close to being in range of that, but great spot there if you want to get a line of sight over that way. Now, on this helipad, this is honestly a really great spot that I was really surprised by, is actually going inside the helicopter. If you go right here, if they're coming from that direction, look at that cover you get. All they're going to see is your head through here, if they even see your head through here, because you're kind of in a dark, shadowy area, so it's difficult for them to see you, and you get a great line of sight over that way, and it even works going this way. Now, some of this baggage is in the way, but it's still pretty good at picking people off if they're trying to head glitch or use that as cover right there. You can pick them off this way, or if they try to come up the stairs, you can pick them off through there. So this is an excellent spot. I was very surprised by this. Usually spots like this are just like gimmicky and stupid, but it actually works. Now, I wanted to point out over here, you can jump on top of any one of these poles over here, but none of them really seem to be practical in any way. So I don't know, I just thought I'd mention that you can do it, but it's not really worth doing. Now right back here, if you have enemies that are coming around this corner or coming up through here, you don't usually have great cover. Like you could try crouching here, not the greatest cover. One option that is pretty good, but it's a little bit difficult to get to, is to like jump up on this ledge here and crouch. That offers you some pretty good cover against people that are coming through here. But I like to go back here for just like a quick peek. If I want to just peek around this corner, you can come up like this. You get some pretty good cover here, and they don't usually expect you to come all the way back that way. And it's something that's very easy to get to. You simply run up here and then edge your way over. Very, very simple. Now, if you're coming from the other direction and you want to overlook that area there, this is kind of the reverse to that one spot by the speakers over there. If you want to use this for like an opening route or something, you get a great view on that gap. Only your head is going to be showing here. If they come up to the helipad, you still have pretty good cover against them, so you have a good chance of killing them if they come up there. Now over towards where the C flag is, if you want to challenge people that are coming through there, you can just jump up on this railing and crouch. You get great cover there. You can actually see a little bit of the helipad as well. It's not really a common spot for enemies to sit, but you might be able to pick them off through there on an opening rush or something along those lines. And also you can edge your way right around this way to get more of a line of sight on this area down here. So it's just a great piece of cover to use. Also, there's actually a little ledge right here. If you just slowly inch your way off of here. Okay, I missed it. There is a little ledge here though. Easiest way I think is to actually start at the bottom here, and you can walk up the ledge like that. And you can come around this way. Just something that they might not expect, so you can use that as well. Now getting over towards the middle of the map here, really common spots for enemies to sit would be right here or right over here. And these do offer great pieces of cover, but it's extremely predictable. And it's pretty balanced as well, because the enemy has the same piece of cover on the other side. So this is a fair gunfight, and we want to try to avoid those fair gunfights. We want to stack the odds in our favor. So a much better way over here is to simply jump up this way. From here, you get a little bit more of a height advantage on them. It's not much, but it does help. It definitely does help. You get great cover still. If you crouch, you're completely hidden to anybody that's over there. Stand up, and you get some nice lines of sight. You can easily shoot that purple thing over there, which is nice. And it's just, I find, a little better than going right here, because this is just more predictable. One thing I want to point out, though, is on the reverse of this, it doesn't work out so well. I was thinking it would. I was thinking it would be perfectly symmetrical. It's not quite as good here. You might get a bit of a different line of sight compared to looking this way, but it's not really advantageous to be up here, because you don't have as much room to maneuver. So, getting all the way around, back around the map to where we started, there's a couple little spots here where you can jump up on the railing. You can, didn't want to pop up like that, crouch here, and that gives you some cover against people there. It's just less popular than people that sit right here, because this is exactly what they expect from you, so just a nice little alternative there. And then over here, if you just come back behind this, that offers you some pretty good cover as well against people across there. So that's pretty much all the spots that I wanted to show you, but I am going to be talking about these purple things. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of spots, but this is typically how the DLC maps are designed. They don't seem to really leave much to the imagination as far as jumps and spots and lines of sight and things like that. But now let's talk about these purple things. First off, I want to point out that they last for 3 seconds when you shoot them. So you shoot it, it'll last for 3 seconds. If anything comes within its range within 3 seconds, it's dead. That includes you or your enemies. Your teammates, obviously, if you shoot it, your teammates will be safe, but you won't be safe from it. So oftentimes it's a great idea if you have enemies that are around one of those purple things and they're not really paying attention and the purple thing's active, it's usually a good idea to shoot it to save their life, because if you shoot it, they'll stay alive. If an enemy shoots it, they'll kill all your teammates. So as for the range of these things, you can actually see the burn marks here, which is really nice. It nicely illustrates the exact range. Anywhere within this burn mark circle, you're going to be dead, and it's consistent for all of them. So it's got a pretty large range on it. You don't want to be anywhere within this range of an active purple thing. I know there's probably some fancier name for it, but purple thing is what I call it, okay? If you're anywhere within that range, you might want to shoot it first, let it die down, and then go and like use this piece of cover or something like that. And always be ready to shoot those if enemies are coming near them. As for the charge time of these purple things, it seems to be right around 15 seconds. It could be like a second or two less or more than that, but it's right around 15 seconds. So once you shoot it, you have 15 seconds to get through the area and move around, or you have 15 seconds before you can shoot it again if you want to kill more enemies as they come through. And you can also see like where it's at as far as the charging is going by how fast this little purple or like bluish purple thing rises up towards here. So if you want to know like Okay, there's an enemy coming around this corner pretty quick. Looks like this one's pretty close to being charged, so I can wait for it. And as soon as it gets up to the top, there we go. It's purple and you can shoot it. So that's going to wrap it up for today's final episode of Maps Exposed for Advanced Warfare. I've now covered every single map except for Atlas Gorge, but honestly, I have no interest in covering Atlas Gorge, simply because I don't play it. I don't have it installed. I have no interest in playing Atlas Gorge. So that's going to wrap it up for Maps Exposed for Advanced Warfare. If you've missed any episodes from previous maps, there will be a link in the description below that will cover the entire playlist of every map that I've covered in Advanced Warfare, which is every single map, including DLC maps. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'll definitely be doing this for Black Ops 3, so don't worry about that. I've already found some great lines of sight just from the beta on some of the maps. Some awesome lines of sight that I think will surprise a lot of people. I should have recorded them and done a video on them because people are going to start finding them out as soon as the game launches, but I'll be sure to share those with you guys as soon as I possibly can once Black Ops 3 launches. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.